You too. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Lotus back with another reaction. Today we reacted to more information about 2K26. Yes. If y'all know who Simply Grinding is, he was in the 2K clan. Y'all should know who Grinding is, but I'm not about to explain this shit to y'all. Anyways, some more information about it. We gonna see what's up. Get my thoughts. Probably gonna rant. Let's get into it.
Mike Wang has just posted a flurry of tweets exposing confirmed NBA 2K26 gameplay news. Some of which that is insanely good, like the fact there is no RNG in NBA 2K26 completely confirmed, and other news being not so good, like the fact that adrenaline is changed to where if you do too many standstill dribble moves, you will lose an adrenaline.
Bro, see, this is what I be talking about. Y'all be trying to make games too realistic. Like, stop. It's a video game. They say little game. It's not real. Why are you trying to make it so realistic? Why is bro, you gotta remember, our park players are professional NBA players at the end of the day, no matter how much park they play. Or whatever. How is he losing so much stamina after 2 or 3 dribbles? It don't make sense.
An objectively bad change. So yeah, we're gonna cover everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, all in this one video. And trust me, every single tweet is more important than the last. So sit back, relax.
Now, the game looked good. Like, the game looked good, but you gotta remember, it's 2025. How better can graphics get in games or anything? Like, you show this to somebody in 2014 or 13, they might go ape shit. But we used to this. Graphics look good, though.
And enjoy the info. By the way, if you don't know how you're gonna get NBA 2K26 this year, I am giving away 50 copies for free before August 20. On and comment 1 mil grinding down below. I've already given away a couple copies and we have a ton more to do, so make sure y'all enter and let's get into this news. Starting off with a bang, Mike Wang tweeted, "We made the ball extremely vulnerable to steals when posting up far from the rim to mitigate the L2 cheese." People with jobs all around the world are celebrating right now. L2 cheese was a top 3 issue in NBA 2K25. You hop on the game after a long day of work and all you ran into on the 2's court.
And then, bro, look at the preview. Like, this is 2K19. Look how good the game looked back then. If you hear, like, mind you, y'all are a gaming company, bro. If y'all see that your community does not fuck with y'all recent games and they want to go back to, like, how the old shit was, not completely old because some of the new stuff is kind of cool, but, like, y'all don't listen to y'all community. Y'all don't listen to the feedback. That's why y'all games be ass now. Mike Wang, fucking he the gameplay director. He should be catching all the smoke. Not Ronnie. He be just promoting bullshit. But especially Mike Wang, you be promoting this. I mean, you be directing this bullshit, and you know we not gonna fuck with it. Like, bro, lock in. Y'all actually got competition and shit. NCAA 26. Madden been locking in. GTA 6 about to come out. Story mode games and PC games. Nobody gonna be worrying about 2K if this shit ass this year.
Freaks, one that was 7 feet tall with max strength, and then a 6 foot to 6'3" tiny little guard with 99 speed, 99 agility, 99 3-point rating, running around him for free.
Like, look how good the game looks.
That is officially gone in NBA 2K26. And speaking of nerfing cheese, Mike Wang also tweeted, "We've made efforts to reduce the unrealistic motion/cuts that can result from dexing. Attempting to use dexing to cut back and forth repeatedly will consume adrenaline." Another major Mike Wang W here, dexing and L2 cheesing is super unfun. Not only does it take no skill to do, it is the most unfun thing to play against in the entire game. I'm not gonna lie to you, most games when I saw people were doing this, I was like, you know what, bro, you got it, you can have the win. It obviously means more to you than it does to me. So I'm very glad that those 2 methods of winning have finally been nerfed. Now, to make this more interesting, we're gonna go from positive to negative and back and forth. So an objectively negative piece of information, Mike Mike Wang tweeted, height and rating restrictions are similar to NBA 2K25 for the new custom layup packages. So if you qualified for a specific player's layup package in NBA 2K25, you'd qualify for all of those players' layup styles in NBA 2K26. Now granted, you said negative, why is that a bad thing? It's not necessarily a bad thing, but people were hoping that height restrictions were going to be completely gone in NBA 2K26, meaning that tall players can use.
Why y'all restricting? Like, mind you, it's a game, bro. And then, like, y'all not even matching up with real life, bro. Wemby could do all these flashy ass layups and dunks. Why can't our players do it? Just because they're not tall enough, or whatever.
Layup package, and short players could use Shaquille O'Neal layup package, just so that we have more control and creativity of our player. But they are back. It is up to y'all to decide if that's a good or bad thing. Me personally, I'm on the side we should have no height restrictions for any jump shot, for any layup package, or for any dunk package. Now hear me out, because I know that sounds crazy. If you are able to get the attribute in the builder, then you should be able to use the animation. So for example, tall builds are not able to get a 99 3-point rating in most builders, right? So you won't be able to use the 99 3-point rating jump shot animation. But if you're able to make a tall build that has an 86 3-point rating because you sacrificed your wingspan for it, you should be able to use 86 3-point rating jump shots.
And that too. I'm not going off top and I keep pausing a lot. Yo, just look at the park and look at like,
be able to use it.
We don't even got good jump shot landers no more, bro. The jump shot landers be corny as shit. Very corny. Like, look, like
86 3-point rating jump shots. I never understood the height requirement if I was able to get the rating in the builder. I really do hope that one year they take off the height restrictions from animations, because I truly believe it will show everybody that it is not as overpowered as everyone thinks, because you still have to get the rating in the builder. But anyways, that was a small negative. Here is more of a bigger negative that the whole community basically agrees on. Adrenaline will function very closely to NBA 2K25, but there are some few changes. One of them being that if you spam too many escape moves while standing still, you will lose an adrenaline bar. If you're not familiar with how it worked on NBA 2K25, maybe you skipped this year. Basically, you would lose an adrenaline bar whenever you exploded out of a dribble move. It didn't matter what dribble move you did. If you held RT and you sprinted out, that is when you would lose an adrenaline bar. But now they made the change that if you spam too many moves while standing still, you're gonna slowly start losing your adrenaline bars, and you only have 3 per possession, and every time you lose one, the percentage of your shot going in afterwards goes down. So the fact that you lose one after just doing some standstill dribble moves is not a good change in my opinion. If anything, it's the opposite of what the community has been asking for, which is better dribbling. The dribbling in the past couple 2Ks have felt very stiff and very slow, and they've honestly just lacked creativity. If you played a good player in 2K24 and 2K25, chances are that you've seen other good players use those exact same moves they're using, because there's only a few moves that actually work against real people. So yeah, not a fan of that change. Hopefully it's not like 3 or 4 dribble moves. Maybe it's like if you spam 10 and you're just being like egregious with it, that's when you lose an adrenaline bar. But if I had to guess, it's probably like 3 or 4 dribble moves, then you lose an adrenaline bar. That is going to be one of the things I test out the first time I hop on the game on like August 29th. So don't worry, I will let y'all know. Going back to a W change, there is no RNG in NBA 2K26, confirmed by Mike Wang himself. And it seems that some of y'all are a little confused about what RNG means in these 2Ks. So Mike Wang further clarified by saying the center of the green windows in 2K19 and 24 were pure, but we used RNG on the edges that lerped from 100 to 0%. For 2K26, if you release anywhere in the green window, it will be a make 100% of the time. So just to clarify y'all, on 2K24 there was a green window, right? Let's say it's from 50 to 100. If you timed it anywhere between those milliseconds, that was your green window. But on 2K24 and 2K19, on the edges of those green windows, so like 51 or 99, you would have a chance to miss that shot even though you hit it in between the 50 to 100 green window, just because you were close to missing it. So what they're saying now is on 2K26, if you get a response time between 50 and 100 milliseconds, so 50, 51, 52, whatever, it will be a green 100% of the time. That means you have no excuse of missing your wide open shot, unless you say you're lagging or a classic 2K excuse like that. Now don't get it twisted y'all, of course contest is gonna matter. The defense is gonna affect your green window size high, so don't think you're just gonna be pulling over heads like 2K19. But strictly speaking about wide open, you should be able to green every single three you take, depending on your rating. Obviously, your rating is also gonna define your green window size. If you have a 99.3, you're wide open, you should green every single three wide open. If you were a robot, obviously there is human error, bro. You are gonna mess up your jump shot sometimes, but we're saying that there is no RNG. It is completely up to you, which is what we've wanted. Now, a small negative after that, people asked, will instant green celebrations be back? If you played 2K19, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you greened it, you could do the get off me celebration every single jump shot. And Mike Wang basically gave a complicated response that basically translates like, yeah, sometimes it'll activate based on certain factors, but no, not every single shot.
Wow.
Which everyone basically replied to.
Like, why I gotta wait for the ball to go inside the net and fall out? Fall in the net just for me to realize it was a green. Like, that's doing too much. Y'all be adding too much unnecessary shit. That's why the games be all this gigabytes. Like, stop adding unnecessary shit. Just let it be instant greens. It's the jump shot celebrations.
Why can't we just have instant green celebrations no matter what? If we green it, we get the instant green celebration like we had it in previous years. I really don't understand why this is something 2K is standing on. Like, I agree with everybody else. Why can't we just have instant green celebrations back? I miss screaming green, get off me whenever I greened over someone's face. Now, 2K, if you do happen to change this before 2K26 comes out, please put in the get off me celebration, bro. That is like half of my brand right there, bro. And it hasn't been in since 2K19. I miss it, bro. I really do. Drop a like in the video if you remember the green get off me day. And another minor negative or minor positive, depending on which side of the argument you're on, Mike Wang tweeted, shot and layup timing risk reward settings have been removed. Everyone will play on the same playing field in NBA 2K26. What that means is no, you cannot go high risk, high reward, low risk, low reward. You don't have that option anymore. Everyone is going to be playing against each other with the same settings, which of course means that you have to time your layups this year. There is no setting where you can do real player percentage on layups. You have to time your layups. And I've seen people freaking out over this. All I'm gonna say, man, if you're worried about not being able to time a wide open layup, you either one, made the worst build in 2K history, or two, you have no business playing 2K in the first place, bro. A wide open layup green window is probably gonna be from like 1 to 100. I know y'all remember 2K21 when you could see the green window, bro. It was basically the entire bar. It's actually gonna be harder to miss a wide open layup than it is to make it. I promise you, you're not even gonna have to think about timing it. You're just gonna have to hold X for a little bit and then let it go. It's not gonna be that big of a deal. Now, why this is actually a good change is the contested layups people were making over because they were on real player percentage. Everybody wants to cry about paint defense every year, but they never actually want to fix it. You want to keep making those stupid layups you never had to time right over their center, right? Well, this year, if you want to make that, then you're gonna have to time it correctly, which is a W change. You have to put the outcome of the game in the player's hands. Now for some dunk meter changes. For the first time, I think ever, the dunk meter green window will adjust dynamically just like layups. And what that means is if you start a dunk meter and you're basically wide open whenever you do the dunk meter, when you start that dunk meter, your green window is going to look really huge. But if somebody comes out of nowhere and tries to LeBron chase down block you, your dunk meter is going to shrink in the middle of your dunk, so you're gonna have to adjust and time it correctly. Now this may be the sweat of me, but again, W change, bro, as long as it's not ridiculous. Like if a small 5'7" Muggsy Bogues jumps out of me and my dunk meter green window goes to 0, then we're gonna have some problems. But if a 7'3" rim protector comes out of nowhere, then I probably had no business going for a dunk meter there, and I should get blocked or should miss the dunk. Following up on more controlled scenarios, we have something that I'm a little iffy about because it does just sound like words to me, but Mike Wang said ball handlers will be stunned for a moment when they get the ball poked away from them, and bigs will play a slight stumble animation if they're heavily contested / blocked on.
2K, y'all focus so much on making games realistic, and then y'all do dumb shit. Mike fucking Wayne, you dumbass. Fuck do you mean ball handlers will be stunned for a moment when they get the ball poked away from them? In real life, when you lose the ball, you try to get the ball back or you get back on defense. You don't just sit there and go, oh, where'd the ball go? What the fuck? And then if heavily contested or blocked under the rim, it gives defense an edge in recovering the 50-50 ball. Like, bro.
under the rim to
and
give the
unnecessary
defense an
shit
edge in recovering the 50-50 ball. What he's talking about here is whenever the defense would get a steal and then the offensive player would just pick it right back up, or if the defense would get a block and the offensive player would get his own rebound, now they're saying that the defense should be favored in these scenarios, which would be a W change if I believed it. Alright, this sounds like all words to me. I'm sorry to be the villain here, but I truly believe that 50-50 balls in every single 2K have been complete RNG every single year. Y'all let me know if you agree with that or not. And in my experience, it's always been RNG that favored the offensive player who made a mistake. So if I got ripped, I would be able to pick up the ball more often than they would be able to recover their steal that they earned. So if this is true, major W. But we're gonna have to see to believe it. Honestly, I don't think it's gonna be much different than any other 2K. I think the words just sounded good, but we're gonna see. I'd love to be proven wrong here. And as I'm recording this video, Mike Wang just released more dunk meter news. He said holding turbo and the pro stick down is how you meter dunk in NBA 2K26. This will also encourage more flashy dunks, but you can also get flashy dunks on the shot button if you're wide open with no trailing threats. The meter dunk logic has changed a lot, and you'll notice a much bigger green window on open dunks, both driving and...
Me personally, I feel like it shouldn't even be like a dunk meter unless it's a content dunk.
Dunk meter overpowered, confirmed, just like NBA 2K24. Nah, I'm kidding, chill. But it probably is going to be way better than NBA 2K25 because people have been complaining all year that the dunk meter sucked this year, which is like the opposite gameplay experience that I personally experienced. I was dunking on a lot of people, but people in the competitive scene have said that dunk meter sucks whenever people are actually good. So if they improved the dunk meter this year and made slashers more viable and high driving dunk builds more viable, then I'm all for it, bro, because this year apparently you really couldn't do that, which made for 99 3-point builds being the meta once again. And don't get me wrong, yo, there will always be a meta, and if you wanted to bet on a meta every single 2K, a 99 3-point or 99 midi is always going to be a safe bet to win 80 or 90% of your games. It's probably going to be what I'm going to do for my day one build. Spoiler alert, I'm probably going to go a 99 3 and just fade midis for my first couple wins. At the same time, you want diversity, you want 6'8" builds to be viable if they can dunk, just like 2K24, man. 2K24 2s was underrated for its time. It wasn't my favorite game of all time, but they did have more diversity.
Yeah, no, it was playable
builds, so I'll give it its credit there. One thing that 2K introduced today was the quick catch and shoot mechanic, which basically when you activate it means you won't dip the ball below your hip whenever you're shooting. If you want to get a quick shot off the catch up, you would just release it from your chest so the defender can't close out on time. We have no idea how we activate this yet, but they did release that, and people obviously had some questions. So the first question is, are there height restrictions on who can do that? Mike Wang said there are no restrictions. Every player can do the quick catch and shoot mechanic. And then one of the best 2K players of all time, Splash, asked, can we do that off of the dribble or can we only do it off of catch and shoot? And Mike Wang confirmed you can only do it off of catch and shoot. So no, this is not going to be some super overpowered quick stop mechanic. You can only do it off the catch. So my corner sitting lockdowns, man, y'all are rejoicing. You could shoot really quick. I hope some of y'all mastered this because it's going to make you separated at the lockdown position. And if you do master it, make sure to hit me up, bro, because I need corner sitters. You know me, bro. I'm scoring 20 points a game. But hey, you can have the last 3 of the game, bro, all right? You can quick catch and shoot it and really show out for the stream. And the last thing I want to cover in this video is the contest system. Mike Wang put out one last tweet saying there have been a number of changes to the contest system logic. We've rebalanced the effectiveness of hands up, no jump contest, and jumping contest to better reflect how shots are impacted in real life. We're also showing coverage percentages and full shot feedback again. Once again, this is one of those things that sounds like just words to me. They always say,
because
hey,
listen, they say the contest system gonna be better, and then somebody gonna make a green half-court shot right in your face just because they got a 99 3 or all Hall of Fame shooting badges. Like, yo, our players is park players. They're not fucking Stephen Curry. So they shouldn't even be making shots like that. I mean, they can make it once in a while, but consistently, though,
defense is better, and hey, our hands up defense is better, and hey, no more ghost contest this year, y'all. But then we get the game and there's ghost contest and the contest isn't that good, and then the paint defense people are getting yammed on. This is just one of those things that you have to play the game to see. But again, on paper these words are the right words. We just have to see if there's any meaning behind them. One thing I will say is it's got to be super hard to balance whether or not to give ghost contest, and then if you put your hands up you have to factor in your perimeter defense versus the offensive player's 99 3-point rating, thing, and then their Deadeye badge, and then the defensive clamps badge, or whatever the new defensive badge is that year. It's got to be a lot of math into it, so I do give 2K credit there. It's got to be hard to balance, but at the end of the day, we're trying to make a game that people will play all year, and the past couple years have not been that. So hopefully NBA 2K26 can make a change. Now y'all, it is currently 2:30 p.m. Central while I'm finishing this video. Mike Wang is going to be tweeting all day, okay? So if there's any news that Mike Wang drops after this video has been released, please drop it in the comments. I will like and heart your comments so everyone can see. Mike Wang's going to be tweeting all day, like I said, bro. So all the new news, please keep me updated. I am going to be living my life.
So you heard it for yourselves. Sounding good, sounding iffy. I just wish they stopped adding unnecessary shit. Like, literally, like, why? Like, listen, like, you gotta really understand, like, yo, oh my gosh, like, it's so easy, it's so simple. If they would just listen, Mike Wang, if you would just listen, y'all had it going good from 2K14 up until 17. A nice park, great rewards where it's worth playing for. You know, you can have work in the morning, but it don't even matter because like it's worth playing. Like it was worth it to stay up all night and be tired of shit at work or school. The VC prices wasn't a lot. Like what else? The gameplay, like the gameplay. And then I heard he got a meter for rebounding. Why y'all gotta add a meter for everything? Stop! What the fuck? Mike Wang, gameplay the vector. Y'all like stop adding unnecessary shit. Why I gotta time my rebound now? And you know niggas got Zens, so they get. What you think is about to happen? They gotta y'all have to take that shit out the game, please. Like. But you know, and then I'm not even going to say I'm not even going to complain too much because I'm gonna pre-order the game regardless, and I'm going to play it. And it's dropping 7 days early this year. I'm going to play it. Hopefully the game is playable. You know, hopefully the game is very good this year. I would like to play 2K all around, bro. Nobody plays 2K all year round. All the YouTubers that blew up off of 2K, they just do their own content now. Nobody plays 2K anymore. But some whiny little kids and whatever, and the Fortnite kids. Yeah, that's about it, yo. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about 2K, whatever. You know, the new 2K dropping. Hopefully it's a good game. I love y'all. Y'all be careful. I'll see y'all next video.